Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. On second down, Cook. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Going to try and throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They run again on first down, Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Cook again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 23-yard run. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-place sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Oh, able to avoid him. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Option play. Here's Cook. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They run it again with Cook. Down to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Nash. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Back to throw. Nash. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. On 3rd down, they go with Adams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception, Nash. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Looking to throw. Nash, he finds Riddick, complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Back to throw. Nash. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Dolphins are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nash. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, Nash. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
And now here is another interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that? And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down, Nash. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes.
Where gets hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves.
And now here is another interception. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he's got Rome. 125 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills are pouring it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are able to claw one back. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On first down, this is Adams. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Nash. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So following the failed try on fourth down, will change ends and change possession. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Nash. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They go play action here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. In motion, the tight end. On play action, Allen. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. A solid stiff arm. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 142 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 41, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you're gaining plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing on 1st down. Nash. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Nash on the out route. This is Adams with a catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Operating from the gun. Nash. And my goodness, another interception. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.